Wrestling fans, 1 week from this Saturday, we will see WWE's first pay-per-view of 2022, Day 1. Day 1, wrestling fans, is coming our way. And, guys, WWE, according to many reports, has been trying to build this, make this such a big pay-per-view where they want to make it a staple where they can come back to it year after year after year. Well, wrestling fans, right here today, we're going to discuss it. Whether this is a pay-per-view that we're going to want to see year after year. Whether WWE has a good card, whether we are ready to see Day 1 a week from Saturday, we're going to discuss the entire thing right here today on this preview and predictions of Day 1. From top to bottom, Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, a huge fatal 4-way contest for the WWE Championship, Edge versus The Miz, plus so much more. Before we do, you all know what to do. Hit that subscribe button and hit that bell for all notifications, wrestling fans. Follow me on Facebook, guys, at Wrestling1988. It is appreciated. Go back and check out anything you have missed on the channel. Whether it's Backyard Beatdown, whether it's any previews and predictions, reviews of Raw, Smackdown, pay-per-views. Galore of content. Absolute awesome content on the channel. So go check it out. Now, let's dive into Day 1, shall we? That's why you all are here, and not my usual shtick when I open the plug, all that stuff. WWE Championship on the line as Big E takes on Seth Rollins, KO, and Bobby Lashley. Wrestling fans, I'm going to be honest with you. Big E should not walk out victorious as WWE Champion. WWE has not given Big E any good, up to this point, any good momentum in this rival. Almost every single week he has been on his back, on the outside, getting a beat down, some form or fashion, on the losing hand in this rivalry, either by Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, Bobby Lashley. Somehow, some form or fashion, he has looked like a weak champion on Monday Night Raw. And I'm going to be honest with you, Seth Rollins needs to walk out victorious. He's doing the best work that he's done in such a long time. He's made it the most entertaining of everybody in this rival. And I wouldn't have a problem at all him being WWE Champion over on Raw right now. Kevin Owens, what has he done? Lose. Not too much more. Now with them pairing up Seth Rollins and KO and them taking out Big E and Bobby Lashley, they could put them in a tag team and put titles on Rollins and KO. I hope that's not the direction that they're going, okay? I hope it's not. I hope they actually use the tag teams they have on Monday Night Raw, because they actually have some. They're just not using them. And of course, then there's Bobby Lashley. And, they, over the last couple of weeks, have been building up Bobby Lashley, had him eat through Big E, Seth Rollins, and Kevin Owens to get into the WWE Championship match. And the only thing that comes to my mind is, outside of that, what has Bobby Lashley really done on Raw as of late? Oh yeah, that's right, WWE. You took him to Crown Jewel and had him get eaten alive by Goldberg. Bobby Lashley does not belong being WWE Champion. We don't want to go backwards. We don't need to go backwards. We don't. There's only one person that needs to win this, and that's Rollins. If you want to make KO and Seth Rollins a tag team, put them together and eventually have them become tag team champions. But for right now, the best decision with how you have booked this rival outside of those 2 weeks is Seth Rollins. That's what I'm going with. But chances are they're going to give it to Bobby Lashley or something like that. But I hope that's not the way they go. Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. Will Brock Lesnar stop the reign of Roman Reigns? Will Brock Lesnar keep his title streak, his reign of being the longest reigning Universal Champion in history? Will he keep that, wrestling fans? We'll find out at day one. Also, what will Paul Heyman do? You know, this past Friday, Paul Heyman ate a Superman punch and got fired by Roman Reigns and the Bloodline. Well, I'm here to tell you, wrestling fans, you know, WWE could go a couple of different directions. Number one, they could have Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman join back together. WWE's done this before, where the manager gets fired and the manager leaves, the heels becomes a babyface for a few weeks. Pay-per-view comes and manager turns heel again on the babyface. There you go. They could do that. And Roman Reigns walks out still Universal Champion. Now, they could also go down the road of Brock Lesnar beating Roman Reigns. They could go down that road too. Because Brock Lesnar beating Roman Reigns, look what that does. It makes it where Roman Reigns wins the Royal Rumble. Paul Heyman joins Brock Lesnar, and he gets his advocate again. Even though I think Brock Lesnar's been doing some of the best work that he's done on the mic that we've seen in quite a while. So they could go a couple of different ways. I honestly think that Paul Heyman is going to join Brock Lesnar, and Brock Lesnar is going to walk out new Universal Champion. Y'all let me know what you're thinking about that in comments below. Becky Lynch takes on Liv Morgan. Will Liv Morgan finally become Raw Women's Champion and have that month title reign? Because we know she's not keeping it more than a month. We know, okay, that if she captures the Raw Women's Championship, that she will drop it after a month. And I think she's going to. I think Liv Morgan's going to have her time in the sun from day one to the Royal Rumble. You see, because WWE likes to have this Royal Rumble WrestleMania moment where Becky Lynch will recapture the WWE Raw Women's Championship. And whoever wins the Royal Rumble, the Women's Royal Rumble, will come out and stare at her right in her face, and they'll point to the WrestleMania sign, and there you go. That will be the main event. Something along those lines will happen. Now, I think it's a shame for Liv Morgan because she won't have any title offenses or anything of that nature. But do I think she deserves to have her first title reign? Yes, I do. And then later on this year, give her an actual title reign that means something more, where she defends the title and keeps it more than a month. Edge versus The Miz. Yeah, Edge versus The Miz. Edge versus The Miz, I'm sure, if reports are true, is just going to lead up to Edge and Beth Phoenix taking on The Miz and Maurice. Now, I could be wrong. The reports could be wrong. But if this is true, Royal Rumble will see that mixed tag team matchup. Y'all let me know what you're thinking in the comments below. I honestly have enjoyed the promos back and forth between the two. I didn't really enjoy the cutting Edge this past Monday, but the work that Edge and The Miz has been cutting back and forth their promos themselves, I have enjoyed that. We'll have to wait and see what happens this coming Monday. But look, Edge versus Miz. Edge victorious at day one. I just see that happening. Drew McIntyre versus Madcap Moss. Does anybody care about this? Does anybody care about this? This is lower card at best. Drew McIntyre victorious. Gotta have something for Drew McIntyre to do. Smackdown Tag Team Championship is on the line as the Usos will successfully defend their tag team titles. Jimmy and Jay will successfully defend their tag team titles against the New Day. The New Day is not taking those titles off of the Usos, and this isn't something we haven't seen before. But it is going to be a really good matchup, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. And I'm sure all of you are. So we'll have to wait and see what they bring, but I'm sure it's going to be something similar to what we have seen before, wrestling fans. Charlotte will take on Toni Storm. Now, on Friday, this Friday, tomorrow, if you're watching this before the Christmas Eve edition of SmackDown, they are having a SmackDown Women's Championship matchup. Okay. Do I think Charlotte's going to lose? No. I don't. But do I think this is going to lead to a matchup at day one? Absolutely. I think day one could be a pay-per-view where they do a lot of title changes. I really do. We'll have to wait and see. Also, and finally, the Intercontinental title. Shinsuke Nakamura will defend his IC strap against, well, I hate saying it like this, but Sami Zayn. I'm sure Sami Zayn's going to win that 12 days of Christmas gauntlet matchup thing they're having on SmackDown. I'm sure he'll win that. And then I'm sure he'll beat Shinsuke Nakamura at day one. Thank you, Sami Zayn, for re-signing with WWE. That's pretty much what that means. Thank you for re-signing with us. It is much appreciated that you re-signed with us, Sami Zayn. Here's your Intercontinental Championship defense, and here's your mid-card title to make you at least somewhat happy. That's what that means. But wrestling fans, outside that, not too much more is going to happen at day one. We might get a Raw Tag Team title matchup in which we will see Alpha Academy lose to RK Bro, because I don't see them dropping those titles yet. I think Royal Rumble or the next Crown Jewel would be a good show, and I think that's in February, the next Crown Jewel type show that we're gonna have to sit through. But wrestling fans, let me know what you're thinking in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel today. Hit that bell button. And of course, until I see you again, this is Webby. And I'll catch all of you on the other side. Talk to you later.